Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is my cesspool cover that I found. It was covered with grass. So I first had to find this thing. But let me just show you where my old cesspool was. And this one I noticed kept sinking periodically. So I just kept filling it up. And this is where they put the new one, which is offset from it, not too far away. So the idea is I want to install a riser on this so it doesn't stay buried under the grass. All right, so it's time to take this cover off. And here I have my hook, and there's a little metal hook protruding out of there, so I'm going to hook it onto here. Now, when I was getting ready to do this, I didn't expect this cover to be so heavy. So it is extremely heavy. I mean, just a solid piece of concrete. So here you can see me attempting to use a shovel to get it cracked open, or at least get it started. And based on what I was feeling, I knew it was going to be a struggle. So just be careful that when you're going to use any sort of tool to move that concrete cover, just be sure you ate your Wheaties for that day because it was heavy. And here I'm just trying all different angles to try and get it moving. And here I am trying to get on top of it. And you just got to be super careful because you got to remember that there is a hole under there and you can fall in if you make a wrong move. Now, after messing around with this for a little bit, I finally got this thing moving and I really had to muscle this thing open. And man, is that piece of concrete heavy. And you can just see the size of that thing. The sheer size of that thing and the thickness of it is just unbelievable. And I'm going to grab my tape measure here. And what I'm going to do is just measure the top of this hole and just make sure that the size of riser that I ordered was the correct size. So I'm measuring 24 inches across here, which is good. That's pretty much what I ordered, but I'm just going to double check and make sure the base is good. And the inner ring of the base is 24 and the outer is about 28, 29. So that's perfect. So after that base, you got this riser here, which is a 6-inch riser, and that goes on top of the base. And then you have this safety cap that goes inside of the riser, and then you got the cover that goes right on top. So those are the 4 main pieces that we're gonna put together. Now that base has to sit nice and flush around the top of that tank, so we gotta clean that out. So I gotta move this heavy piece of concrete out of the way. So this thing was super heavy, so it's nice if you have a second person to help you move this stuff, but unfortunately, I had to do this job by myself. So here I have a shovel, and what I'm doing is I'm gonna basically take all the dirt off around the top of the tank. Of course, you have to be super careful not to fall into the tank because the tank is fully open at this point. Now, I did have this tank recently emptied out about a couple weeks ago, so there's not much in there, but you want to be super careful when you're doing this. And you want to avoid having debris fall into the tank. You don't really want all of this stuff falling in there. You want to just avoid, getting it all in there. So just make sure that you're mindful of that. You want to do this where you have enough room and enough space for that entire ring to go in. Now, as you can see, I did make some debris go in there, um, which I probably should have avoided. But you can be a little bit more careful than I was, and you should be good. So we just want this to be nice and flat so that you can fit the base nice and flush around that ring. So we want to make this nice and clean. So the idea is that this base goes right there. So we're going to continue cleaning this out, making sure everything is nice and clear. And then we're going to go on to the next step, which is basically to clean off that little piece at the top of the tank a little bit more with a wire brush. So here I'm removing some more pieces just to make room for that base. You don't really want to make it too tight. You want to give yourself enough room so you can maneuver and so that you can put this thing down correctly. So the next step, I'm using this wire brush here. And the idea is to use the wire brush to brush around that area that I cleared out. So I'm going to clean it nice and clean, try to get all the debris off as much as I can. Now, you're not going to get every single speck off, but you just want it clean enough so you can apply the adhesive. And the adhesive is basically tar. That's pretty much what it is. So I'll show you guys that in a little bit. But you want to really just get in here and just clean this nice. And this way you got a nice flat surface for your base. Now, just to show you guys real quick, there is a pipe in there that comes out from the house. Now, this one is responsible for my first floor. I have a separate tank for my second floor. So there's two separate tanks, and this one is just for my first floor. Okay, now back to more exciting cleaning. All right, now after everything is cleaned, I'm just sizing up the base here to make sure I have enough room to install everything and it looks good. So here I am just sizing up everything on the riser. So there's a groove and there's a lip. So the lip part of it is on the base and the groove is on the riser. So you have some spots here where you're going to screw in, and that's the piece that you need to line up with it. So the screw will screw right into the base. So just make sure you line it up correctly after you put on your adhesive. So the first thing is putting on the adhesive around and then screwing it in. So I'm going to use a caulking gun, and the type of adhesive is called wet or dry, and it's basically tar in a tube. So you're going to squeeze this stuff inside of this groove right here. And when you first start out, you really got to, squeeze hard. I've noticed that this tar stuff just kind of moves a little bit slow because it's really thick. So you got to put some muscle into it. But once you get it started, it just, comes out nice and thick. And you're going to go all the way around. Take your time. Make sure it's in there correctly, not missing any spots. And you really want to create a watertight seal around this entire piece. So after I was finished putting that in, I took the riser, lined it up with the base, and I took that lip and basically pushed it into the groove of the riser. And you want to make sure everything lines up nicely, press down firmly, and you also want to make sure you line up those screw points so you can put your screw in the correct spots. Next, you're going to take some screws and you're going to drive some screws into those spots that I was telling you about earlier. You want to make sure it's nice and secure and everything is all tight all around. And this is going to create a nice, good, watertight seal. All right, next thing you want to do is you want to flip it over and start applying the same wet or dry adhesive to the bottom of the base all the way around. Now, I tried to cover most of the base because I wanted to finish the entire tube. That's one. And two, you want really good coverage because once you put this down, you don't want to move it again to redo it. You want to make sure that you do it right the first time. So what I did was I made sure that I covered pretty much the entire area of this base just to make sure that it would hold well. I think that a whole tube is good enough. You don't want to really save a half a tube anyway because this stuff will probably dry up and go to waste. So you might as well just finish the entire tube. This stuff is not expensive anyway, so not a big deal. So now we're going to walk this over to the top of the tank and we're going to lay this down flat. So you want to be careful not to get this stuff on your clothes or on your hands because it's really difficult to get off. If this gets on your clothes, you're probably going to have to throw out those clothes or use it as yard work clothes after because this stuff is unforgiving. So you want to lay this down nice and center. And you want to press down firmly all around just to make sure that adhesive is making nice contact with the top of the tank. So that's it. Now that everything's all pressed down and it's in place, and just to make sure, I'm just going to give it an extra push all the way around. And I'm happy with how that turned out. Next, we'll grab this safety cover that we're going to put inside because the purpose of this is just in case the top cover fails. If someone were to fall in, they'll fall on this safety cover and not into the pit. So you're going to fit this on there. Just make sure that you line up the screw holes in here because there are screw holes on the inside as well. So you're going to grab some screws and you're going to screw all the way around, making sure that everything is nice and secure. And that hole in the center of the safety cover is for service. So when a company comes to empty your pit, they can stick the hose in the center and suck everything out without having to even move the safety cover. So that's a nice, useful thing. So once you get all the screws all around the safety cover, we'll be ready to move on to the next step, which is basically putting on the top cover. So that looks pretty good. So let's take a look at this cover. Now, one thing that I like about the cover is that it's heavy duty. Taking it out of the box, I felt it right away. And as you can see around the edge, there's this seal that creates a nice airtight seal. So you're not going to get any smell or any sort of water or anything migrating in or out of the tank through that seal. So that's a nice thing to have. As you can see, the cover is nice and heavy duty. So I really like that about it. Now, it does have a concrete keeper As you can see, it says concrete keeper right there for any sort of concrete cover that you may have had before. You can actually put it there, but my cover was way too big to be able to fit there. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this on here and we're going to line up the screw holes again. And there are screw points here. So you're going to want to line these up together with that so you can screw right into that. All right, so once you got everything lined up, you can take your screws and secure the cover down onto the riser. And that creates a nice airtight seal. So there's not going to be any kind of smell of any sort coming out of there because everything is all sealed up. Everything's all buttoned up. So I'll continue to secure all the screws all around the cover. Make sure everything lines up. This part is pretty straightforward. I'm just feeling around for where the screw goes, and then I just drive the screw in. And I must say, this thing does feel solid. I'm going to put it to the test by standing, and yeah, that feels really strong. Right now I'm standing on the top of the cover, and the cover is not bulging in. It's just staying nice and firm and solid. So that's a good sign. So the next thing we'd want to do is just take some dirt that we took out of there, and we're going to basically put it back around. You want to just be sure not to put it too high to cover the top of the cover. You just want to put it around. This piece that I had was way too big, so I just moved that away, and I'm just going to try to get as much dirt as I can in there all the way around. Now I'm just packing this stuff in around the sides as much as I can. And I'm using my foot to just kind of, press it in. So this is going to take a little bit of effort to just kind of get everything leveled off. So once everything is at the level of where I want it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move on to another step where I'm going to put some rocks around it. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this part. So here I'm going to put some weed fabric around, and I got some leftover weed fabric from a project I did for my daughter's playset. So what I'm doing is I'm just putting all this weed fabric around the edge of this, and then I'm going to put some stone right on top of this weed fabric. So this will just kind of prevent any sort of grass growing too close and covering up this cover. So I want to avoid any sort of weed or any sort of grass just coming too close to this cover. So once I spread this stuff out, I'm basically just going to level it off, and that'll be the end of the project. And there's my daughter coming to help me. So I want to thank you guys for joining me today on this video. If you like this content, please give it a like, and please subscribe to my channel so I can continue to make more content like this. See you guys on the next video.